Hello, welcome to Topper Machine. I'm Josh Topper. So this is our New Year's Eve special video, the end of 2022 and coming into 2023, and I hope everybody had a great Christmas and is looking forward to the new year as I am for sure. 2022 was an interesting year to say the least. A lot has happened, a lot has changed here in the shop, and a lot is going on. So you guys got to see a lot of really neat operations and a lot of neat projects being worked on. A lot of fun stuff happened here in the shop. And this was a year that we got into some new stuff too. I started doing some line boring for the first time and started learning how to do that. Now that first couple of jobs did not go as planned, and I learned a lot about setup on line boring. That first job, it finished out okay, it went good, it got to the customer, it was not a problem, worked out perfect for him. But the next go around, I built some new tooling to accommodate the problems we saw with the movement of our tooling. As with the channel, there's a lot of variety here because it covers everything that I enjoy and that I do, not just in the shop, but outside of the shop. And we did do a little bit of sawing this year, not as much as I would have liked, but we did get some done. (2022) was the very first year of the channel where you actually heard me swear. Now, it was caught on film 3 times, and I don't know if you caught it, but here's the clips. Shit. Alright, let's see where we're at speed-wise, huh? Cocksucker. Hey. Fucking heavy bastard. 2022 was a really good year here in the shop, but it was also a very sad one as we said goodbye to a very close and dear old friend, the Monarch 25N lathe. And also in 2022, I introduced you guys to beekeeping, another one of my hobbies and interests my wife and I have been doing for 5 or 6 years now. Have you ever had a bee crawl up your leg and sting you in the balls? Think about that one for a minute. Dump them in. So we'll give them a little time to calm down and come back and check on them in a few hours. 2022 saw a lot of upgrades here in the shop and a lot of changes, and it brought in a need for a lot of special tooling, and we wound up building some of that tooling and doing videos on it. Looks like she'll work really well. Might be a bit fast on the high end yet, but we'll have to adapt that down someday. Another interest of mine is steam engines and agriculture and that kind of stuff, and so we went to the Hungry Hollow Steam and Gas Engine Show. We took my water wagon that I built here in the shop, and we went and worked with the guys out in the field plowing with the steam engines. Water the engines and put out any fires. Speaking of which, what's that? Hey, that's one of my old work shirts on fire. I better fire up the water wagon and put that out. Now that Hungry Hollow show is a really good show. It's the last weekend in June, and the sad thing this year that really hit all of us in my family was my grandmother-in-law had passed away Sunday morning, June 26th of the show, and Laverne is very, very deeply missed by all of us. She impacted all of our lives, and so that was a really hard one for all of us this year. Yeah, we picked up some new customers this year, some really good customers, and there's been some really bad ones as well. But one of the really, really good ones that I really enjoy working with is the hydraulics shop that I'm working with down out of St. Paul. They are some really good guys there. They started sending me work as a test to see how I did, and they were very happy with the quality of work that I was doing versus what they were seeing down there by them. So they've been sending all of their hydraulic work to me. So the first for me is getting into hydraulics, and so there was a lot of learning I had to do on that. And I had a lot of questions. I asked a lot of the right people the right questions and got the answers I needed, and started doing this hydraulic work. And yeah, a lot of it probably isn't right, but I'm getting the jobs done, getting the customers back up and running, and that's 90% of the business. Boy, that's a cute little hydraulic cylinder rod. Uh-oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. So here's our new rod. And that's as deep as I want to go. Touch the probe. Oh, it's getting signal. 268 is the wall thickness. Well, that's cool. In fact, also introduce you to some of our railroad contracting work. Some of the fun stuff that I do with the railroad, and not a lot. There was supposed to be more, but there was some major issues with the railroad I was working with. Not the railroad that, so the railroad I'm working with for this job, I couldn't finish the video because the connecting railroad was being a problem, and still is being a problem. We were trying to move a locomotive, and it's taken almost a year now to get this thing moved because these guys are kind of incompetent. So I'm still working on that one. That video will be coming, but here's some clips from the railroad work from 2022. But the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to take the needle scaler and we're just going to kind of hammer that weld and try to make it rough like a casting. So let's finish that up. Let's go ahead and do a quick load test just to make sure she's loading. That sounded good. And we'll watch the amp meter here. Get a good angle so you can see it. Oh yeah, she's pulling up amperage. $300, $400, $500. Stop at 600, and I felt her start to move through the brakes. 2022 was a big year here for Topper Machine LLC. A lot of new equipment came in, a lot of upgrades in the shop, a lot of things changed. Was kind of some decisions that were made to improve the business and grow the business, and without these new pieces of equipment, I don't know that I could have kept going. These upgrades and changes were instrumental to the growth of 2022. So here it is. I'm putting up scans of the brochure on either side of me here so you can check it out for yourself, take a look. I just am very happy with this and happy with the transaction. International Machinery out in California, the salesman there, Johnny, just a great guy, easy to talk to, very knowledgeable. I'm very happy. I did a lot of research before settling on the Lion. 2021 Lion 23MT lathe. 23-inch by 80-inch with a 4-inch spindle bore. So what we have here is a Matthew Dearman pipe beveling machine. It's a mini Jolly is what they call it, and it's a really nice machine. It's a chain drive. It uses a double 40 roller chain. And we're there. For this work, I needed to buy this machine, and it's a very unique piece of equipment, and I really am excited to try it out. Oh, and look, here it is. I just picked this up. This is an early 90s Victor DC 2400 duplicator. It's a copy torch and it just uses a pattern. And as we all know how much I hate winter, the weather turned on me very suddenly. And look at this, it is absolutely beautiful out here today. I have a feeling that this weather is going to turn on us here soon. I've been working on trying to get things ready for winter, things put away, cleaned up. The sawmill's all cleaned up and shut down for the winter. Got my firewood over there. So just been working on outside stuff, trying to get ready. And just not ready for winter. What the? No! Not ready for this crap. Rocky, you hate winter too. Yeah, it's miserable. This sucks. And after that little freak snowstorm there, I believe that was November, on December 15th, we got nailed with a blizzard here. Now that blizzard caused power outages and just all the snow clinging to the trees. A lot of trees came down. It was bad. It was very bad for our area. In fact, I heard recently that there was places without power for a few weeks. So very bad. The weather, sub-zero temperatures. You know, we all made it through okay here, but a lot of people really struggled. There was warming shelters put up everywhere. It was a bad deal. So I'm, you know, hoping everybody made it through okay, and I'm hoping they can get into the next year and recover from everything from that horrible blizzard we had. So 2022 was a really interesting year. I've got some amazing customers, some really great customers. I just picked another one up this year that they're a local CNC shop. They're next county over, you know, about 30 minutes away. These guys have been absolutely incredible, and they keep sending me more work. They want me to look at more stuff and do more stuff for them, and it's always interesting stuff. It's fun, it's interesting, I enjoy the work. So these guys have been absolutely incredible to work with, and I'm looking forward to working with them. We had another CNC shop a few towns south that brought me a whole bunch of stuff to bail them out in an emergency. Their turning center went down, and so I spent a week turning all their parts for them, and just another group of great guys to work with down there. You know, I've had other customers that have just been incredible that I've picked up over this year. It's been a good year. I've had a few really bad ones. One in particular is a CNC shop here in Spooner. I started doing some stuff for them early this year, very reluctantly, because about 10 years ago when I started up the shop, they tried to screw me over then. And I figured, you know, they're owned by a new company, new owners, new, you know, everything should be better. Yeah, was I wrong there? It very quickly became apparent their only goal was to try to put me out of business. And since we share a lot of the same industries and customers, I know that's what they were trying to do. So I very quickly ended things with them. It was a bad deal all around. And I should have went by my gut on that one. I was very reluctant going in, and I should have never done it in the first place just because of how I was treated that 10 years ago. So not not something I'm very happy about, and still bothers me. You know, and that's the second shop in Spooner that has tried stuff with me to screw me over, trying to put me out of business. So apparently I'm doing something right if the competition's trying to get rid of me. So interesting year to say the least. So what's coming in 2023? 2023 is going to be an interesting year. There's a mystery piece of equipment that I announced in the live stream that I purchased this year for the outside. So it's used out in the yard as support equipment for the shop. It's coming. I bought it a month and a half ago, and winter hit, and I couldn't get it moved. We're just kind of all scrambling here. Now we're buried in a couple feet of snow. It's been rough here, so it's going to sit until spring. We'll get it moved in the spring. It's going to need a little bit of work, some machining, so there'll be some cool videos there. But I'm very excited. So stay tuned. That's coming up. We're going to be doing some more machining, more tooling, all kinds of fun stuff, interesting stuff. Little jobs that I'm going to learn new things on or try to figure out as we go. But I don't know when I'm going to do videos. Things have been very hectic here in the shop with the year end, and so I'm probably going to take a short break from doing videos just to get caught up. It's been an incredible year. We're at over 20,000 subscribers right now, and I did not think that was going to happen. I figured it'd be a few years if I ever hit that, and I couldn't believe we hit 20,000 this year. So really cool, really great year. But one more thing. We have one more addition for the year end to the shop, a new piece of equipment. Let's go check it out. So as you all know, a machine shop is not complete without the basic, most important, essential tool, the crapper. Now, my old toilet had lots of problems, and quite honestly, I got tired of chopping up the turds to get them to go down. So we put in a new toilet, and we'll see how this works. So if you'll give me a few minutes, I'll let you know. Oh yeah, it went down. Awesome. Oh, that went well. That went very well. Couldn't be happier with the new shop edition. So, what a year, 2022. Welcome 2023. I hope you all have a great new year. And until next year, get out in your shops and get it done right the first time.